Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to tell you a story. Now God's people, the Israelites, were camped on a hill, getting ready to fight an enemy army camped on another hill across the valley. The enemy had a soldier named Goliath, and Goliath was big, he was strong, he was loud, he was a giant. Every day Goliath would shout mean things at the King Saul and the Israelites, challenging them to send one warrior to fight for them. Now King Saul and his men were terrified because Goliath was so big and scary. No one wanted to fight him by themselves. So one day as David was visiting the camp to bring his brother some food, he heard the giant yelling all these mean things, and he was confused. Why was no one fighting Goliath? He thought about it and he decided he would fight Goliath. Now the people in the camp were in shock. How could a boy fight a giant? King Saul heard about this and he sent for David. So when David arrived, he told the king, "I'm gonna fight Goliath." The king looked at him confused and said, "You can't do that, you're just a boy." But David answered, "Well, when I was taking care of my father's sheep, I had to kill a lion and a bear. I know that the Lord who helped me protect my sheep from the lions and bears will help me fight the giant." When Saul heard all this, he decided, all right, let's try this out. On one condition, you have to wear the king's armor and use his sword. But when David tried to walk around with all those things, he realized he couldn't fight in them. He took them all off. King Saul was confused. Why are you doing that? You need to wear some armor. But David said, look, my God is stronger than the giant, and I know that my God will help us win. With that, David went and found 5 smooth stones to use with his sling. Once he found it, he knew he was ready to fight the giant. Now when Goliath saw David, Goliath got angry. He was waiting for a mighty warrior to challenge him. He wanted the strongest and the biggest soldier in King Saul's army. But instead, all he saw was a boy. He didn't have a sword, he didn't have a spear, he didn't have a shield, he didn't have anything, just a sling. So Goliath yelled, "Come here, and I'm going to defeat you." As the giant came closer, David ran towards him. He started swinging his sling and he flung the stone in the air. As everyone watched the stone fly, they were all worried, but David was confident, and he knew that God was on his side. Boom! The stone struck Goliath in the forehead, and he fell down, defeated. When the enemy saw this, they were afraid and they started to run away. With that, King Saul and his army chased after them and defeated them that day. David trusted God to help him, and God used David to help save the Israelites from the enemy army. So remember, boys and girls, God can always use you. No matter how strong you are, or no matter what size you are, God will always use you to do giant things.